So this is your first ever 汤圆。
Yes， 你可以在台湾定居啊。
可能。
对啊，台湾是个很棒的地方。
我也觉得
很小，但是人情味很够。
That's right, we're once again back here with Camille, and today we're down here at Tunan Station since my good friends over at Taiwan Housing invited us down here to try to give Camille yet another unforgettable weekend here in Taiwan. So to start today's adventure, all we have to do is to cross the street from Tunan train station and get on the bus, which will take us straight to the Tangyuan at Nanchuang Old Street, but with a must-visit stop and a beautiful hike on the way. And the best part is that it's only 150 NT for unlimited travel, with buses going literally all day, and again with only one single ticket. You can just jump on and off just like you want. But what Camille does not know is that Taiwan Housing also offers a special full-day package for 300 NT. This includes unlimited travel along this bus route, but also tons of different snacks coupons, so you can get that real Old Street experience even if it's your first time at an old street. But more about the old street later, because... Do you know what the first stop is?
I think it's Tofen Back Pavilion.
And of course Camille was right. After getting off the bus at the Tofen Backyard Garden stop, it was time for us to check out the Lao Chi Historic Trail and the trail's first stop at Simu Pavilion. What do you think?
It's beautiful.
I'm not sure exactly how far you can see, but you can see very, very far. And if you bring a drone, you can see even more. English name is, I think, Lovely Mother Pavilion. I'm not sure about the Lovely Mother, but it definitely is a lovely view. But I also heard some rumors that you have actually never experienced a traditional Taiwanese old street before. Is that true? You've been in Taiwan in 9 months and you have never been to an old street.
Because there's just so much to see. People are like, oh, have you seen this? I'm like, no.
But have you at least had traditional Taiwanese tangyuan?
No, not yet, because I didn't find them in Taipei, so I'm happy to be here today because we can try it out.
Okay, I think you might have a clue what the next part of this video is gonna be all about, but we are by no means finished here at this pavilion because we still have a lot more things to discover here. Enjoy this amazing view, then we're gonna continue enjoying this area, and then we are gonna give her her very first old street and Taiwanese tangyuan experience. And after a few more steps along the Lao Chi Historic Trail, we entered Tofen's own maple forest. And needless to say, my Canadian travel partner was super excited when she discovered a part of Canada here in the middle of Taiwan.
It's the Maple Bridge!
Is this your favorite part of the hike today?
For sure. It reminds me that you're far away from home, but it also makes you feel at home.
How would you compare this with a Canadian forest?
The trees are extremely different. And the soundscape too is...
How's the Canadian soundscape?
Sometimes.
Okay, I have to say that I think that these are the tallest, skinniest trees I've ever seen in my life. Really creates this super unique atmosphere in this allée. Is that French?
Allée?
Allée? Like a
allée.
Allée of trees?
Sentier de randonnée.
Sentier de randonnée? Okay, so apparently I don't know the French word, I don't know the English word, I definitely do not know the Chinese word for this allée, as we would say in Swedish. And it's definitely something that I have not seen here in Taiwan or anywhere else actually before, with these super tall, super skinny trees. No idea what's in the end of this allée, but continue watching and we'll find out. Well, it turns out that there was absolutely nothing in the end here, and I'm sorry for that extra suspension, but I just needed some kind of bridge to tie these two different locations together. But I think that we're just gonna skip this part and then head over to the next thing on our list, which is a suspension bridge. And I have to say, I'm actually very surprised of how much of a forest feeling you have, although we're so high up here in the mountains. We're super high up right now, but it's just like flat, very forest hiking path. Best of both worlds. And some stairs in between, which I think is acceptable. A beautiful day like this. And now we made it to the final destination. No more suspension. Oh, well, hopefully there still is some suspension, since we now are on the top of the suspension bridge.
他中文比我还好，我听他讲就是。哇，太棒了！对，我的发音还得跟他学习。要特别录了一句话说：“你的中文是在这里最好的。”
哇，棒！谢谢谢谢。你们都有订阅我们 YouTube 频道吗？
什么 YouTube？
哪一个？
外国人介绍台湾。
哎，我知道这个。
按赞，开启小铃铛。
乐，等一下，
可以吗？有对焦吗？
有，但是没有小铃铛。
啊，没有小铃铛，好，把小铃铛打开。
And now we finally made it here to the end of at least our walking path here for today. And as promised, we were greeted by the most amazing views. And if you have a drone, you can actually see all the way to Nam Thuang Old Street. And with just a little bit of imagination, you can almost also smell that amazing food and snacks from the old street as well, which of course will be our next stop on this Taiwan Housing bus route. And now we made it all the way to the end of the bus route and Nam Thuang Visitor Center Station, just a few steps away from Nam Thuang Old Street, which is what we're gonna check out next. And in order to get Camille even more familiar with the old street here in Nam Thuang, I thought that we should let Camille, with the help of Taiwan Housing's already prepared 300 NT special package snack coupons, be our guide for the rest of the day to see if she not only can find all these delicious snacks along the old street, but also order all these items in Chinese all by herself. You cannot speak English or French.
Okay. Okay.
And then you can do whatever you want.
Amazing. Okay.
Okay.
We'll do that.
That's the challenge?
Yeah.
Begin. Now we've been here for around 2 minutes already.
Yes.
And you haven't found a single thing to eat yet.
Oh, we're starting.
I am starving. Okay, here's a huge line. Let's line up and see what happens. But as soon as we arrived at the old street, it was like Camille totally forgot that we were here on a mission to eat some tangyuans, because she stopped at literally the first stand she could see to get herself a free sample of some traditional Taiwanese candy.
可以啊，可以试吃。
谢谢，这是什么？
这个是凉糕，你锅艺好标准哦。
所以这是什么味道？
原味、草莓、百香果、哈密瓜4种口味。这里只有我们仅此一家，没有第二家。
What does it taste like?
Like candy, but less sweet. 对，
对，很好吃。
Exactly as she said. Like candy, but less sugary, so it feels less overwhelming. It's really nice. 包子是多少钱？
一盒100块。对。
Feels good to be back home in Taiwan and amazing to explore a traditional old street just like this one. Do you know anything about old streets? Like, what do you expect?
A lot of diversity and to see a lot of things that I didn't see before, smell a lot of new smells as well.
But as we were here in Nam Thuang on a serious food mission, I challenged Camille to practice her Chinese and to ask the locals for directions to those famous tangyuans. Something that turned out to be a lot more challenging than I first expected. Where are we going?
To the right. Wait. We're going.
One more time. Where are we going?
We're going this way and then straight up, and it's gonna be to the right.
And what followed was a 15-minute private tour of the entire Nam Thuang Old Street as Camille took us around every single side street on the hunt for those tangyuans. But to her defense, I think this was mainly because of her lack of orientation skills in general and not because of her Chinese. But after both the hike along Lao Chi Historic Trail and another 15-minute hike all around Nam Thuang Old Street, we finally found the tangyuans and our reward for all hard work today.
We found the place and now we're going to order. So this is going to be another interesting test.
很像哎，你们两个长得很像兄妹，很像兄妹。你为什么会讲中文？
因为我想说知道台湾的文化。
是在台湾住很多年吗？
啊，不是9个月。
9个月就会这么会讲中文？
觉得我们的老师非常好。
哦，你好厉害哦！
啊，不是，人不是，
又漂亮，
你也是，
听力很厉害。 很容易听得懂我们讲什么，
可能是因为我看了很多台湾的连续剧。
哦，对，你可以在台湾定居啊。
可能。
对啊，台湾是个很棒的地方。
我也觉得。
很小，但是人情味很够。
Yay! So this is your first ever tangyuan.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like I eat tangyuans like every week too, but even I have had tangyuan before. You do whatever you want to do, and I'm just gonna have this watermelon and fruit first.
This is gonna be a very silent take.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Just look at this. Basically a huge bowl just filled of ice, which is exactly what I want right now. Topped with watermelon, banana, honey, and apple, apparently.
And mine is red beans, and I think these I read online are rice balls. And there's also osmanthus honey, I think.
I learned that 2 minutes ago.
Exactly, me too.
It's literally just like ice and honey. Tastes just as good as it sounds. Absolutely amazing. I think it's fair to say that you failed the location test.
I have no sense of orientation.
Because you were literally like standing, pointing at a huge sign the lady still did not understand you. And then she asked another guy to help you. But I have to say, I honestly don't mind, because although Camille led us, I think, literally a whole tour around Nanchuang Old Street, we ended up like in the middle in a temple at some point.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth it. And it's just beautiful surroundings, just looking at these stores, the temples, just like the whole atmosphere. And there's just free snacks and free drinks and free samples and super nice people just everywhere. There are tons of other things to finish here as well. So we're gonna finish this amazing tangyuan, and then we're gonna continue, see if we can find some more snacks, which hopefully will be a little bit faster, because the sun is setting in a few hours.
And this place is closing.
We'll see. But for now, we're just gonna enjoy this beautiful tangyuan while you enjoy some drone shots around this area, which will give us time to just relax a little bit and then continue with the rest of this video. But before the sun sets here in Nanchuang, we still have time to find some more delicious Taiwanese snacks for Camille to try in order to give her that full Taiwanese old street experience. Mission accomplished!
Yes!
Camille actually managed to get... What did we get? We got tangyuan,
Tangyuan,
heitangao,
and then egg rolls.
egg rolls.
Yeah. Interesting.
Look at that. Mm.
It's like a pastry.
You thought it was a rolled egg.
I was expecting like...
You don't know what an egg roll is.
In my mind, an egg roll is can also be a little bit like an omelette.
That's called dumpling.
Yes, I know, but I thought maybe it's different. Because dumpling, you also have like the fine crust that goes with it. So I thought maybe an egg roll is just the egg.
Amazing sesame edition. Heitangao.
It looks a bit like a dessert that we have in Quebec. There's also like a kind of a heitang bean, so I'm very curious to see if it's gonna taste the same thing.
I love heitang. Like, I love heitang. This is really good.
I'm actually very surprised because it's so different from the equivalent of a brown sugar biscuit that we have in Quebec.
First old street in Taiwan. You've been to night markets before. If you would just compare it with a night market for a foreigner who has not been in Taiwan and not experienced an old street.
Night markets usually is one long line with a lot of different things that you can buy and can do, and sometimes that is separated into different streets also on this side. This one felt a lot more like a maze, which was actually very exciting.
To Nanchuang Old Street's defense, you were the one making us walking in the loop.
To my defense, as someone who doesn't have a very good sense of orientation, I got confused. But it's also part of the charm of it, because it's one main street, but then also you have the choice to do some changes if you want to the itinerary, which is
alternations.
Yes, exactly. You can do many alternatives. A bit overwhelmed because there are so many people trying also to give you things to eat, and everything looks good.
Once again, Taiwan Housing, thank you so much for making this journey and this first old street experience for coming possible. And especially thank you for creating this bus route, so we in one day can go from Taipei, do a quick transfer to this bus, and then not only can we experience the Lao Chi Gudao, having this amazing hike, we also be able to go here on the same ticket and experience this old street, and hopefully we can also use the same ticket to go back again to the train station and then back up to Taipei again. We have actually done a lot of things today.
We did.
And I am actually very surprised of just how much you can accomplish in one day.
Yeah, I was impressed too.
So thank you so much, and thank you for watching this video. Please do remember to subscribe to this channel and click that bell so you get notified next time we're out exploring maybe another old street or another place here in Taiwan. My name is Lukas, starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.